happy Labor Day. And now, your local on the 8th.
Currently, the temperature is 62 degrees under sunny skies. Our local Doppler radar. Today, sunny, high 85. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, mainly clear skies, low 60. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Tuesday, mostly sunny skies, warm, high 88. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Tuesday night, a few clouds early, but generally clear, low 61. Winds north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook. Traffic congestion for our area.
It is 1/2 as this special edition of Your Weather Today continues. We're in storm alert as we await the landfall of Hurricane Gustav. I'm Heather Ted.
And I'm Marshall C. Thanks for joining us this morning. Anytime there's a landfalling tropical system, as you probably know, tornadoes are a major threat. And our Titan high-definition radar has been lit up all morning long like a Christmas tree. You can see here we're under a tornado watch. This goes until 4 o'clock Central Daylight Time. In these outer bands, we're spinning up possible tornadoes with severe thunderstorms, and we have several. From south central Escambia County in northwest Alabama and southern Baldwin County in southwest Alabama. That Escambia County, by the way, is northwest Florida. Also, east central Mobile County in southwest Alabama, including the downtown Mobile area. Now, that warning has been extended and extended and extended all morning long as these thunderstorm cells look like they could be spinning up a tornado or two. We have another new one, too, and that's for Okaloosa County in northwest Florida and also southern Santa Rosa County in northwest Florida.
And luckily, New Orleans is pretty much a ghost town. More than 2 million people have been evacuated from the Louisiana coastline. We're going to take you here live to New Orleans with Mike Bettis to get the latest. Mike?
Yeah, and good morning to you here in New Orleans. We had some pretty heavy rain bands that have come through, some serious downpours at times, and very gusty with the winds at times. It's off and on with the winds. Where we are is just near the convention center, just outside of downtown. You can see downtown in the distance here, but it's rather rain obscured right now because we're within some pretty heavy rain right now. As far as the wind goes, it comes and it goes. I mean, it wanes and it waxes, so it's something to consider. It's not really steady right now. We aren't seeing sustained hurricane winds by any means. Just very gusty at times. Some of those gusts are whipping around the flags pretty much. They're knocking down a few of the palm trees. You can see here on the street that some of those have been damaged. All in all, I think we're doing okay right now. No report just yet of any damage to any of the levees. That's certainly something that we're keeping a very close eye on because of the surge potential, especially in those southeastern parishes, places like Clackamas Parish for sure, St. Bernard Parish and Jefferson Parish. Those are locations that we're worried about. Terrebonne Parish and Lafourche Parish also, those locations where levees could potentially be a problem. But the good news is that so many people have evacuated here. We literally Haven't seen a single person this morning. We've been out here a couple of hours. I mean, the streets are absolutely abandoned, and that's exactly what you want to see when you have a landfalling hurricane. So far, so good. I think we're doing pretty well right now. Of course, we're going to keep you updated, but that eye sliding just south of New Orleans, the center of that circulation, that eye may come right over Houma, may come right over Morgan City, Louisiana. And Stephanie Abrams is in Morgan City. Steph, what kind of conditions have you seen this morning? Have you seen things get more intense throughout the morning at all?
Okay, I'm Stephanie Abrams live in Morgan City, Louisiana. And conditions really haven't been all that bad this morning. Basically, we've had a north wind due to the position that this storm is coming on in here. And the winds basically sustained 20, 23, 26 miles an hour. And there have been reports of gusts of 30 miles an hour. But as you can see by this live shot, I don't know if you can really see the trees behind me, but they're just kind of swaying in the wind here. We're not having trouble standing. And overall, it's looking pretty good here throughout Morgan City. We are southwest of New Orleans. Yes, the rain is coming down here, but it's not coming down very quickly. As you look at the radar pictures, anytime you see green, that's lighter rain, yellow is some heavier rain. We went through some of those yellow bands, and yes, we did have some heavier bouts of rain, but as you can see, they come and go very quickly. There is still that threat for flooding, however, in this area and also north of where we're located. We are under a flash flood advisory until tomorrow. They're expecting anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of rain, and some places could see higher amounts than that as this continues to basically move inland. And speaking of that, you know that inland flooding, freshwater flooding, is a huge killer, one of the top killers when it comes to these hurricanes and tropical storms. So that's something to keep in mind, because I think a lot of people are so focused on where these make landfall, and they say, I'm not at the coast. I'm not right in the center of this. I don't have to worry about it. That's not how it works. I think everyone needs to stop paying attention to exactly where these things make landfall, because so many more people are affected by its outstretching arms, if you will. I mean, tropical storm force winds can extend out some 200 miles from these systems, so that is something to consider. And as I mentioned, it's going to slow down as it moves inland, and then it can really dump rain. Right now, it's still moving pretty quickly, and when you have quick movers, they don't dump a lot of rain. Unlike Faye. Faye was a very slow mover, if you remember, just a couple weeks ago, moving 3-5 miles an hour. That brought 20 to 30 inches of rain to Florida. Gustav has been moving very quickly its whole lifespan. We're talking 15, 16 miles an hour, and when it does, it just takes the rain with it and just continues on. So we are not seeing too much rain right now, but again, as it slows over the coming days and just kind of spins out inland, Louisiana, also towards Texas, that's where you could have the threat for some heavier rain. So if you're watching us from those areas, I want you to pay attention to that. Now, Jim Cantore, who's a little east of me in Houma, he was mentioning that his city went out, and he was saying, I must have turned it off, and I have to agree with that. No.
Holy cow, either I just lost IFB or we're losing Stephanie's signal there. I hope you've just thrown to me, Stephanie. Sorry, I couldn't get to the last part of that. But yeah, we're definitely getting it on the chin here, enough to blow the light even around. You can see the winds gusting. They're changing directions. We're getting more of a southerly wind now, more of a south-southeast wind as these winds are coming around. Look at the rain just whipping these trees in through here. By the way, local police and fire have already brought their cars in. Nobody's out patrolling or looking for anyone right now. So everybody's been called back in. You can see the Terrebonne Parish police cars that were parked here earlier. These aren't the ones that have been called in, but they've been sitting here in front of the church across the street from the courthouse. Basically, this is the highest point in Terrebonne Parish and the Houma city limits. Now, what we've had so far, guys, we've had numerous trees and power lines knocked down already. Power is out throughout the city. We lost it about an hour and 20 minutes ago here in Houma, and we expect that to be the case off to my west. Stephanie lost power as well in Morgan City. It may be starting to flicker as well up toward Baton Rouge. Got a report in, guys, from Grand Isle down to my southeast. Measured 14.61 inches of rain there over a 24-hour period. So the heavy rain is going to move on in, and we have issues as well. Get in, and the more wind we deal with, that means the more trees and power lines we're going to have to deal with. That will be the big issue. We're going to have a lot of power outages south of I-10, including the capital city of Baton Rouge, as we go on to the next couple of hours. Right now, the power's out here, and this power outage seems to be shifting on off toward the west with this western end. Now, what's interesting to me is, as we show you some of the pictures here that we just shot of the power poles and some of the trees down, some of the heavy rain, is if you look at some of the oil